What's up, Bridge Crew? The calendar in the story, The Witcher, is the same Julian calendar that we use. You know, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, or Julius Caesar, August, Augustus, born Gaius Octavius, and so on. So they use the same calendar in the story. Does that mean that The Witcher takes place on Earth? On our Earth? Is The Witcher low fantasy? Short answer? Yes and no. To give you more details, though, we need to source information from the last book in the series, so there are going to be some high-level spoilers in this video. Proceed as you may. This is Bridge 4. Does the Witcher story really take place on Earth? The Witcher is written by Polish author ANDRZEJ SAPKOWSKI. And if you take the Witcher map, you spin it 90 degrees counterclockwise, kind of looks like Poland's coast, right? Side note, if you ever decide to write your own story, my favorite author, Brandon Sanderson, he actually suggests doing something similar. Although Brandon suggests that you go on Google Maps, you scroll down really far, find a coastline that you like for a town, for example, then scale it up, and then use that coastline as the coastline for your entire continent in your world. I'm searching for a coastline as we speak for my own story, but back on track. The point is, the world of The Witcher resembles Poland, and the story uses the Julian calendar. So does that mean that it's Earth? Our Earth? Again, yes and no. You'll see. I'll give you details this time. The Witcher universe is actually a multiverse. The Ainel elves, for example, they left the world a long time ago. That branch of the elves, they moved to another, more interesting universe. But there are clues that one of the worlds is our world, or at least a fictional version of our world, where there are dwarves living amongst humans. The majority of the story takes place in a different world, though. A world in a different universe, a different dimension. A world that's unique to The Witcher. But in the final book, one of the characters travels to a universe where they're speaking about the Saxons and King Arthur. They're speaking of Camelot. Now, Camelot's fictional, and King Arthur might be fictional too. Who knows? But fact or fiction, those stories, King Arthur and Camelot, they're from our world. And the Saxons? They existed. They're real in our world. Characters come across people speaking German and making the sign of the cross. So does The Witcher take place in our world? Final answer. For the most part, no. Most of the story is in a separate universe. But you will run into our world eventually. Good old Mother Earth. For weekly Witcher videos, history and lore, hit subscribe. This is Kev. Catch you on the flip side.